What's good, internet? Jake here, dumb as ever, and I'm in love with a Korean toy line called Metal Cardbot. I've watched the first 2 seasons of the show. The current 3rd season has only had 2 episodes go up online so far, sadly, but the toy line just keeps getting better and better. I have Blue Cop from season 1, which is really charming, and he's been my go-to desk bot for months. The season 1 toys have a lot of Unicron trilogy charm to them. They have nice chunky transformations and not a ton of focus on articulation. But from season 2 onward, the team behind the series really locked in, and they've made some of the coolest transforming toys I've seen in a long time. One of the figures I've been dying to play with is Blastrain, a gigantic train metal card bot. And with my recent train-related obsessions, I've been fiending even more for this toy. And thanks to today's sponsor, JP Fans, I finally have him. JP Fans is an awesome proxy website, meaning it lets you shop from popular Japanese online retailers, like Amazon, Yahoo, and Mercari, which have a ton of toys and collectibles you can't find anywhere else. And pro tip, the best way to find something is searching what its name is in Japanese, and then copy and paste the katakana into the JP Fans search bar. That should give you more accurate search results than directly translating to English. Once you buy your items, they'll be sent to the JP Fans warehouse, where they will inspect your items and send you QC photos to prove everything looks right. After that, your items will be packaged and stored until you're ready to pay for shipping. They'll keep your items in the warehouse for up to 60 days, which is good if you want to bundle multiple items. Keep in mind the real value of this service is found on the websites. For example, you can find great deals on Mercari, especially on used toys and collectibles. But you also need to remember that international shipping is always going to be a bit expensive. Thankfully, JP Fans will hook you up with some discount coupons if you sign up with my affiliate link. And if you redeem code DUMBJAKE, you'll get a 20% shipping discount coupon. Thanks to JP Fans, and let's get into the toys. So, it is a bit weird that I imported an import, since Metal Cardbot is a Korean toy line, and I got the toy from Japan, but I like to just imagine this guy traveling all over the world. He's probably got more miles than me anyway. In the context of the show, Blastrain is a metal cardbot that first appears in episode 16 of season 2. Our main character is June, who is basically the metal cardbot's ambassador, and he and the team will find a metal cardbot causing a disturbance, and they'll defeat it and befriend the cardbot, adding it to the team. So this is very much a show that relies on the power of friendship, versus something like Transformers, which is usually a war story. I would call Metal Cardbot like a combination of Transformers and Digimon. In Blastrain's case, he's driven mad by the electricity he absorbs from human railways. Back on his planet Machina, there were no railways, so he just aimlessly drove around, often falling asleep and crashing into pits and whatnot. But on Earth we have plenty of railways, which Blastrain greatly prefers. So at night he rides the rails so as to not disturb anyone, but he accidentally becomes a bit of an urban legend. And like I said, the rail lines make him crazy. Eventually he and Blue Cop battle, and June's team is ultimately able to stop him from wreaking more havoc. This short storyline is a prime example of why I love the show. It presents a new character, gives them an interesting backstory, makes them an actual threat, and gives you an awesome battle that ends with this new character joining the team. It is a predictable pattern after a while, but the show tells it so well that I'm not even mad. Now that you know the story of Blastrain, let's take a look at his toy. Blastrain, the train metal cardbot that is so cool and so viral. I swear, I've seen so much content about this guy from people that just do not care about Metal Cardbot, but they see this amazingly cool train transformer and they're like, I need it, which is completely understandable, because one of the biggest areas where Transformers lacks, in my opinion, is cool vehicles like this. We've got about 1 billion Cybertronian cars, but so rarely do we get something as cool as a train. And this guy has layers, man. It's not just that he's an epic, super cool long train, which he is. He's also a super cool main robot that can combine with the trains to make a giant robot. So yeah, the features are kinda endless with this guy. Not to mention how big he is. He is a big, old, chunky transforming toy, man. Really takes me back to like Transformers Armada era, with more articulation, mind you. He's not a brick. But yeah, let's just get a look at this train, which is so long. It comes with the engine, and then you also get 2 train cars, which connect there and there. I don't know if this guy is compatible with like any sort of model train size. Probably not, but it would be cool if you could put him on a real train track. Okay, but first let's take a look at the man himself, Blastrain, the main engine, which I love this thing, man. So recently I got into Thomas the Tank Engine, which is a whole video which you can go watch. But in the video I'm like, I'm not really into trains. I kind of just like the show. But many people in the comments were like, you're not a train guy, we'll see about that. And you know what, holding this, a Blastrain, I really appreciate the form of a train, man. Something about it, it does feel like I'm holding the best Subway sandwich ever, but this toy has such nice heft. The angles and stuff look amazing. I love his cow catcher in the front here. The tasteful gold chrome all over is really nice, as well as regular gold paint, but I love this green like transparent piece they have here that looks so cool. And then all metal Cardbots have eyes in vehicle mode. That's one of their most distinct traits for the franchise, is that they have eyes in vehicle mode. And I personally love that. A lot of people do not like that. They definitely come from, you know, the Transformers mindset where they're robots in the skies. They should not look as if they're robots in vehicle mode. But for me, this adds so much character to the toy. I definitely love being able to see an expression in vehicle mode. It actually makes me want to display it in vehicle mode instead of just keeping it in robot mode all the time. But this whole engine turns into the main robot, while the train cars turn into the super mode arms and legs. And we'll see that in a second, but let's take a look at the train car here. It's got door painted, which is nice. The windows are all painted. It has this very nice gold stripe going all throughout, and honestly not much robot kibble. It even has a door on the back here. Yeah, not much robot kibble at all, to be honest. Pretty impressive. But yeah, I just love this like maroon and gold coloration. It just really looks cool and regal. It gives him a big presence. But yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with this train mode. I love how it looks. I love to hold it, just look at it. But let's turn this guy into a freaking robot. So first thing you're gonna want to do is unplug the gun. This is his main robot mode blaster. Okay, easy. I'll say the transformation is really not too difficult. It's not too fiddly. For me, it's like the perfect amount of transformation. But then we're going to close this down. And I guess you can keep the train without eyes if you don't want it. But his robot mode head is right there. So it's like you trade giant eyes for little eyes. And then you don't have the windows for the train. I don't know. We're going to take these parts and fold them up. And then these are the legs right here. And then this is the whole body. Cowcatcher is going to fold down. We're gonna fold out the arms like so. Rotate them. Nice ratchet joints that are very much needed for the combined mode. We're gonna rotate the waist. We're gonna flip this plate here. His feet go like that and like that. Up, back. He's got little sleeves that you push up. And then just pop up the robot mode head and turn it around. And boom, here we have a Blastrain in robot mode. And wow, I really like this robot mode. Like, it's not super insane or anything, but it's just a really solid robot. It's got nice shaping and everything. He's got the Transformers Armada Optimus Prime shoulder pads here. I like his white hands. It looks like he's wearing gloves like a conductor would. His legs are very long. He's kind of got Transformers 1 proportions going on, but man, if he isn't cool. And he can, of course, hold his blaster like so. He's just got crazy aura, man. I don't know. I just really like him. He does have a bit of kibble back here with the giant train nose and the cowcatcher, but it really doesn't get in the way. And he's extremely well articulated. So we got a whole head thing going on here. He can look up and down, side to side. He can't look up too far, but far enough in my opinion. His arms go all the way around, out. He's got a double jointed elbow for transformation. His fists swivel. He's got an ab crunch, which is for transformation, but still just a giant ab crunch. A waist swivel. His legs go out, forward, back. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got a knee joint. He's got an ankle rotation. I mean, I guess you could call this the ankle. I don't know. It rotates. And then he's got an ankle tilt that's a little bit it could be better. So yeah, even disregarding the super mode, in my opinion, this robot mode is so solid. If you somehow ended up with just the engine and it didn't have the train cars for some reason, I think you would still have an excellent toy. I also love the metal Cardbot face sculpts. I like how they always have face plates like Optimus. I especially like on Blastrain, it looks like his chin here, it looks like a little cow catcher, as does the brim of his hat. And then he's got little train tracks on this ear. Okay, here's Blastrain with Season 1 Blue Cop, so these two never interacted. I mean, they interacted, but Blue Cop was in his Season 2 form. The Season 2 Blue Cop figure is like maybe this much taller, so about here, I think. But here they are for comparison, just because this is the only other metal Cardbot figure I have, and wow, the Season 2 difference is so insane. This Season 1 figure is really fun. I love him. He's been on my desk for months, but he doesn't really articulate all that well. The transformation is a bit simple, and compared to Blastrain, he seems so much more simple, but they're both amazing figures to me. And for my fellow Transformers fans, here he is with SS-86 Optimus. As you can see, he's quite a bit taller. So yeah, I absolutely love this guy, but he gets even cooler. So let's go ahead and prep him for Super Mode. We're gonna take these arm things and push them down again. We're gonna rotate his body. Flip down the side skirt to rotate his head. These parts are going to become the side of his body, his arms. So basically you rotate his arm around, put it up here, and then you're gonna connect it to the side of the train. There's this tab and then this tab. Okay, and then there's the chest. Biggest issue with this figure is that these don't connect very solidly. They come off very easily. So that's probably the biggest issue when you're articulating the big super mode arms. It can get really annoying. You're gonna split open this skirt here, and now the legs, the feet are gonna flip up like that, and then there's a button right here. You're gonna click that in and collapse the legs, and then you're gonna push the body back like so, and then you're gonna put this thing here so it stabilizes a bit. And then this is our main body for super mode. Now we're gonna take our train car, split it apart. Let's start with the legs. We're gonna flip out the toes, and then we're gonna collapse so it gives us nice shape here. This part is going to slot right here. So now you just have to find this line here and slot it into this peg. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, sorry about that, but you kind of just gotta feel it out in my experience. Ah, there we go. Slides right in, and then it's solidly connected. And we're gonna do the same here. Boom. He's got legs for days. Now taking a look at the arms, we're gonna take this part and just take it out here. We're gonna open this door and flip out the big old hand. We're gonna take these like blaster pieces and pull them out. Okay, and now, oh my god, my tripod is not tall enough. We're gonna take this thing and slot it into the arm. As you can see, it's already disconnecting from the body. And then same thing here. Both of the legs have little compartments, and then one of the compartments is a little hat for Blastrain. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on his head. It's kind of annoying because his head collapses. Like every giant super mode robot, things start to get a little bit fiddly the bigger you get. And boom, here he is, big ass Blastrain. Without a doubt, might be my biggest Transformer in the collection. So first things first, dude absolutely looks incredible. You know, the design is just so cool. He's now got the train engine as like his chest piece with that little green piece that looks really cool at the center. He's got giant like Armada Overload style cannon arms, big old arms, super long legs, and of course that head design is so awesome. The hat really makes his head look cool with the cow catcher sort of thing. And then the ears are like train wheels. They just cooked on this design. That is 100% true. Now, the play experience on this guy, I will say, is not the best. Mostly because it's kind of hard to pose him because he's so big and bulky and heavy. For example, I bent his knees like this, and if I let go, he's gonna topple over. So I'm not gonna do that, but he just cannot hold his own weight really in many poses. And the ratchet joints, they're very strong. They're keeping him up. I'm not worried about them like letting him fall, but the ratchets themselves, it's either too far forward or too far back. Like, this is way too far back for me. This is a bit too far forward. I feel like he leans forward here. So yeah, that's an issue for me. That being said, he looks huge and menacing. That's pretty much all he needs to do, so I can forgive it. I'm not like hugely upset with it. So if we lift the skirt here, like his main robot mode, he's all leg, man. His hip joints are right here, which just makes it a bit awkward for posing, in my opinion. And this train skirt, while it looks very cool, it also gets massively in the way and looks terrible when it's lifted up. Like, this just looks awful to me. Like, yeah, any time it's even up a little, I think it looks bad. So this dude is great at standing and looking awesome, but in my opinion, not much else. I'm sure there are some wizards that have done some amazing posing work with him, but for me, a guy that is terrible at posing toys in general, I find his articulation very frustrating. I don't even care. Like, all those issues aside, I could care less. He is so cool, dude. It is living and thriving off the cool factor alone. Here he is with Optimus. Optimus's head is in frame. He literally doesn't even go up to Blastrain's waist. Giant train man. And then we have Blue Cop here, who is even shorter, obviously. I will say one piece of articulation I really wish they would have put in was a wrist swivel here. I feel like they could have totally done that. I don't know why they didn't. But he does have one more accessory. So the main gimmick of Metal Cardbot is their metal card accessories. They started out as normal size cards and then progressively got bigger throughout the seasons. So as you can see, he has more of a metal book. But it's got this little card here that has a picture of Blastrain and then his name in like Rasta colors, I guess. and yeah, this just goes over it. So this splits apart and then opens up into Wolverine claws for Blastrain to use. The people over at Sam G, Godbrave Studios, making these toys just know that it's the rule of cool, right? Like, just the coolest possible option, we've got to do it. So, as you can see, they articulate out, and then the fingers also move, and then they just have clips. They just clip into the arm. But yeah, that is just it's ridiculously cool. It does get to a point where it's like basically ridiculous how they've designed this character, but you know, I don't even care. In the show, he does a really cool thing where he goes like chugga chugga with his arms and does an attack. Trying to get him into a cool pose right now. I'm doing my best. Dude, it's not happening. See, and now he's too far out. Like, this is my biggest issue. He's literally got to stand and lean forward, and that is the only way I can get him to pose properly. Again, might be a skill issue on my part, but yeah, I do have a lot of issues with the articulation, unfortunately. Both his modes are really cool. I think I prefer his main robot mode, to be honest, just because it doesn't have all these issues the super mode has, but the super mode just existing by default makes it so much better. So overall, this toy is the exact type of toy I would prefer to see from Transformers. I feel like Transformers has gone so far in the direction of appealing to collectors that they've forgotten kind of how to do fun stuff like this. This so much reminds me of the Unicron trilogy era, which I grew up with, so I have heavy bias towards. But back then they were just experimenting, trying new things, completely new ideas for different characters. This toy feels like if the Transformers Cybertron era had just kept going and evolving. And I really love it for that. I really love this toy. I'm a big fan. If you can get it, try and get it. He's not gonna be cheap. I actually got really lucky on JP Fans, and I found this guy for $30. Apparently there's some piece that broke on it that the owner super glued together. I haven't even seen the piece. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere on this toy. But it functions perfectly fine, and I got this man for $35 or something really cheap like that. I think it was like $35. So yeah, that's one of the big benefits of JP Fans, though of course the international shipping is always going to be expensive, so expect that. It's really unfortunate we don't get a lot of train Transformers. The logic I've always heard is that Hasbro avoids them because trains aren't very common in America, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It's not like I see supercars on the street all the time, but whatever. I guess I will continue to import these badass trains in the meantime. Thanks again to JP Fans for making that possible. Please consider using my registration link to get some extra coupons, and redeem code DUMBJAKE to get a 20% shipping discount coupon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you'd like to support me further, I have a YouTube membership and Patreon. For $1 a month, both give you the same thing. An invite to my super chill Discord server, where we talk about toys daily and have weekly tokusatsu watch parties. You can also get access to my infrequent members exclusive podcast, where I sit down with other content creators to talk toys. Alright y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.